Have you ever met someone who changed your life without you knowing it at that moment? Someone who walked into your life quietly and later became one of the most important people in your world. Hello everyone, and welcome to the English Learning Podcast channel. I am James, and today we're going to talk about something very close to the heart. We are talking about how to talk about your best friend in English. This is not just English practice, this is real life. Real feelings, real stories. Amelia is here with me, and I already feel emotional. Amelia, how are you feeling today?
Hi everyone, I am Amelia, and James, I love the way you started, because when we talk about best friends, we are not just talking about a person. We're talking about memories, smiles, silence, laughter, and even tears. Many English learners know words like friend, buddy, or pal, but when they try to explain who their best friend really is, they feel stuck. Today, we will change that. We will speak slowly, clearly, and like storytellers. James, tell me, when you think of your best friend, what is the first picture that comes to your mind?
The first picture is very simple. Two young boys sitting on a broken bench near a small playground. We had no phones, no money, and no big dreams yet, but we had time, and we had each other. That is where my story with my best friend began. And today, I want our listeners to feel like they are sitting with us, listening and learning how to tell their own story in English, step by step.
That is beautiful, James. And listeners, as you listen, I want you to think about your own best friend. You do not need perfect English. You only need honest feelings. English will follow.
You know, Amelia, the funny thing about best friends is that we never plan to meet them. We do not say, today I will meet my best friend. It just happens. One day someone talks to you. Another day you laugh together. Slowly, that person becomes important.
Yes, James. And when learners talk about friendship in English, they often start with, he is my friend, or she is my friend. That is okay. But we want more. We want feeling. We want story. For example, you can say, I met my best friend when I was very young. We did not know we would become so close, but day by day, we shared our time, our thoughts, and our small secrets.
Exactly. My best friend and I met at school. He was sitting alone. I was shy. But one day, I shared my lunch with him. It was not a big moment, but that small action became the start of a big friendship. When I talk about this in English, I do not rush. I speak slowly. I let the listener feel the moment.
And that is the key. Slow English is powerful English. You can say, at first, we were just classmates. Then we became friends. And one day I realized he was my best friend. Simple words, strong meaning.
Listeners, pause for a moment. Can you remember how you met your best friend? Was it at school, at work, in your neighborhood? That memory is your opening line when you talk in English.
James, many learners ask me this question. What is the difference between a friend and a best friend? How do we explain that in English?
That's a great question. A friend is someone you like. A best friend is someone you trust, someone who stays when life becomes hard. When I talk about my best friend, I say he knows me very well. He understands me even when I'm quiet.
I love that line. And listeners, listen carefully. You do not need difficult words. You can say, my best friend listens to me. My best friend supports me. My best friend makes me feel safe. These sentences are simple, but they are very strong.
There were days when I failed exams, days when I felt lost. My best friend did not give big advice. He just sat next to me. Sometimes friendship is not about talking, it's about being there.
Yes, and when you say this in English, you can say, we do not talk all the time, but we understand each other. That sentence shows deep connection.
When learners practice this, they should imagine they are talking to a real person, not an English test. Let us talk about happy moments now, because best friends are often part of our happiest memories.
Absolutely. When I think about my best friend, I remember laughter, long walks, late night talks, even silly jokes that no one else understands.
In English, you can say, we laugh together, we enjoy small things, we create memories. One time, my best friend and I traveled to a nearby town with very little money. We got lost, but we laughed the whole day.
And that is a great storytelling moment. You can describe it slowly. You can say, we were tired but happy. We did not have a plan, but we had fun.
When you share happy moments, your voice becomes warm. Your English becomes natural. Do not rush. Let each sentence breathe. And listeners, think about one happy memory with your best friend. You will use it later when you practice speaking.
James, not all memories are happy. Some of the strongest friendships grow during hard times.
That is very true. My best friend was there when I lost someone close to me. I didn't know what to say. He didn't know what to say either, but he stayed.
And listeners, this is very important English practice. You can say, my best friend supported me during a difficult time. He stayed with me when I was sad.
Simple sentences, deep meaning. When you talk about support, you show real friendship.
And remember, you do not need to share painful details. You can keep it gentle. English is about connection, not pressure.
Looking back, I see how my best friend changed me. He made me more confident, more patient.
Yes, a best friend often helps us grow. In English, you can say, my best friend helped me become a better person.
When learners say this, they feel proud, and pride gives confidence in speaking.
Confidence is not about perfect grammar. It's about honest expression.
James, what about distance? Many best friends live far apart now.
That is true. My best friend lives in another city. We do not meet often, but our friendship is still strong.
And that is a beautiful thing to say in English. You can say, even though we live far away, our friendship is strong. Friendship is not measured by distance, it is measured by heart. Let us help learners describe their best friend clearly.
Yes, you can talk about personality. For example, my best friend is kind. He is honest. He has a good heart.
Or you can say, she is always there for others. She smiles easily.
These are simple words, easy to remember, easy to say.
And when you describe someone you love, English becomes easier.
James, many learners are afraid to speak.
Yes, they think their English is not good enough.
But when you talk about your best friend, fear becomes smaller.
Because the feeling is stronger than the fear.
Exactly. That is why this topic is powerful for learning English.
As we come to the end, I want to say this to our listeners. Your best friend is already inside your heart. English is just the bridge.
Speak slowly. Speak honestly. Speak from feeling.
Start with one sentence. My best friend is very important to me.
And then continue, little by little.
Thank you for spending this time with us on the English Learning Podcast channel.
Practice speaking today. Think about your best friend and tell their story in English.
Until next time, keep learning, keep speaking, and keep believing in yourself.
Goodbye, everyone.
Amelia, something very interesting about best friends is that strong friendship is not built in one big day. It's built in small moments, small habits, small actions.
Yes, James. Many learners think friendship is about big help or big sacrifice, but most of the time it's about simple things. A message, a smile, a short call, sitting quietly together.
When I talk about my best friend, I often say we check on each other even when life is busy. That sentence is very easy, but it shows care.
And listeners, this is great English practice. You can say, my best friend always remembers me, or my best friend asks me how I'm feeling.
These sentences are short, clear, and very natural in daily conversation.
And when you practice speaking English, talking about daily habits makes your English sound real, not book-like.
Exactly. Friendship lives in daily life, not in perfect grammar.
James, let's talk about something real. Even best friends disagree sometimes.
Yes, Amelia, that is true. Friendship does not mean no problems. It means solving problems together.
Many learners are afraid to talk about disagreement in English, but you can keep it simple and calm.
You can say, sometimes we have different opinions, but we respect each other.
Or you can say, we do not always agree, but we always talk.
I remember one time my best friend and I had a misunderstanding. We didn't talk for a few days. I felt uncomfortable. He felt the same.
And then?
Then we talked honestly. No shouting, no blaming, just listening. That moment made our friendship stronger.
And learners, this is very powerful English. You can say, we talked and understood each other.
Simple English, deep meaning. Amelia, I want to say something emotional now. My best friend feels like home to me.
That is such a beautiful sentence, James. And listeners, listen carefully. When someone feels like home, it means you feel safe, comfortable, accepted.
When I am tired, I can be myself with my best friend. I do not need to pretend.
In English, you can say, I can be myself with my best friend.
Or, I feel comfortable sharing my thoughts with my best friend.
These sentences are very useful for speaking practice. They are gentle and honest.
Friendship is not about being perfect. It is about being real.
Now, James, let us help learners organize their story.
Yes, when you talk about your best friend in English, you can follow a simple flow.
First, you talk about how you met.
Then you talk about what makes them special.
After that, you share one or two memories.
And finally, you explain why they are important to you.
You can say, I met my best friend many years ago. We became close slowly. We shared many moments together. And today, my life feels incomplete without them.
That is a full story in very simple English.
And you can say it slowly, one sentence at a time.
Amelia, many learners ask, how can I practice speaking alone?
That is a great question. You can practice by talking to yourself. Yes, really.
Look at a mirror and say, my best friend is very important to me.
Then continue, he supports me. She understands me.
You do not need to rush. You do not need to be perfect.
The goal is comfort, not speed.
When you feel comfortable, your English becomes smooth naturally.
James, emotion helps confidence.
Yes, when you speak from emotion, you forget fear.
That is why talking about best friends is such a strong practice topic.
Your heart leads and English follows.
And listeners, your English is already better than you think.
Trust the process. Trust your voice. Before we end, I want to speak directly to our listeners.
Me too, James.
If you are listening to this, it means you care about learning.
And caring is the first step to fluency.
Do not wait to speak perfect English.
Speak real English.
Speak about real people.
Speak about your best friend.
Friendship teaches us patience, kindness, and understanding.
And English helps us share those feelings with the world.
Today, we did not just practice English.
We shared life.
Thank you for staying with us on the English Learning Podcast channel.
Practice today, speak tomorrow, grow every day.
Until we meet again, keep your heart open.
And keep your English simple and honest.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.